Hello all and welcome to SimRick. It's been a long while since I made a video on this channel, but I just want to say to you Happy New Year. And that being said, this video is going to be a little bit long-winded, but it's also going to be a kind of a first for me because I've never actually made a video going over experiments that I've done on The Sims. But this little video right here actually stems as I kind of copied it from another YouTuber by the name of April Black. Now, basically to run it all over, essentially there's this ongoing myth within the Sims community that deleting families or individual Sims from within the Sim bin causes the synonymous hood corruption within The Sims 2. Hood corruption eventually evolving around the game, you know, neighborhood breaking and becoming unstable to use and that kind of stuff. So April Black made this very long kind of deep dive into corruption in The Sims 2. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. But one of the things she talks about is that. Also stuff like deleting tombstones from the Sim neighbourhoods and stuff. Tombstones and stuff from lots and stuff. So she runs over that. And it got me thinking because I've done this before and then I listened to all of this stuff that big YouTubers were talking about. I think I should point them out in this later stage in the video where I go over the entire experiment. I'm not too sure yet. It's not to call anybody out or anything, it's just generally just discussion stuff. But a lot of these big YouTubers, certain forum posts, and even a post on the Wikipedia, the Sims Wikipedia, which is apparently been updated now with new information, even mentioned this stuff originally in the previous version. Stuff to do with corruption. Don't delete your Sims, and there's ways to go around it. And a lot of these big YouTubers would go about saying, delete the Sim from within the Sim files within SimPE. Now, as April has mentioned, apparently that is actually a bit of a kind of switch kind of thing. It's kind of an opposite kind of thing. Basically, it causes issues you're trying to fix, apparently. But I decided to do my own experiment, which is kind of based on hers. As I said, I did kind of copy her a little bit, if not a lot, with her experiment. But as you'll see in the experiment as we go forth, I have on my screen the folder for the Sims now. In the Sims folders, or in the Sims files and folders, you'll have the folder for the neighbourhood, and then there's a folder within that folder called the characters folder. Those characters, that character folder is references to the Sims, and all Sims have a character file. Now, as I show in the video, or in this experiment I'm about to show, what you see is I completely wiped out the entire neighbourhood, deleted everything. I use a cheat called delete all characters, wipe the neighbourhood clean of any Sims, and that includes any additional ones that might be included. So what you see, and I do go over it on the screen, is gradually as I make 4 Sims, going to make 4 Sims for the experiment, you'll see them appear in the folder. I move them in, and then the number just starts to explode, because I do believe it's actually the neighbourhood loading NPC Sims or townie Sims, and eventually you'll see that grow over time even further. As I add stuff, and what you see is when I delete a Sim from the Sim bin, the file, which normally Sim files, even when they're just created, can be arranged between 100 kilobytes to like a 500, 800 kilobytes in size. When you delete a Sim, that file still remains in the folder, but it's truncated to like 9 or even 30 kilobytes in size, maybe even a little bit more or less. And as you can probably see within the game, one of the main things that people accuse, of happening when you start seeing game corruption, or the symbols of game corruption, is when you start seeing placeholder images appear, like placeholder Sim names. Like there's like a missing no still kind of thing that happens with the Sims 2, where there's like a $sign subject or simoleon subject as a name that appears. That's apparently a missing no kind of Sims thing. And then you've got placeholder images like a squiggly line instead of the Sim's face that appears in speech bubbles when the Sim is either daydreaming or gossiping. I never tried the gossiping thing, but that's supposed to appear. Now, in my experiment for a TLDR, what you'll see is the sim doesn't appear in speech bubbles in any way, but the sim does still appear in the family bin and in memories, but it's completely disappeared from the relationship screen, which I found quite interesting. And the sim has somewhat memories of the character, but as far as the game's concerned, the sim's not there. It's only in memory form. There was other stuff I was planning on experimenting on, but if you want me to see about stuff in the future, let me know about that. That being said, though, I'm just going to, without further ado, show you the entire experiment from back to back. As I said, it's going to be quite a long one. And with that being said, though, I do wish you a happy new year, and hopefully 2023 is good to you. That being said, let's jump over to the experiment. Hello folks, and welcome to SimRick. Hope you're doing very well, and I hope, since it's coming to New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I hope Father Winter gave you many presents of worldly note. And that being said, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and yeah, I hope you have a very Happy New Year when you're watching this. This video is going to be quite interesting for me, at least. This is going to be just raw, unedited kind of experiment that I want to do. Let me just do a bit of a rundown for you. So it's been a bit of a rumour within the Sims 2 community for a while now that deleting Sims from the family bin, or even deleting tombstones from within family lots, is dangerous to the game's, or at least your save game's integrity. That for whatever reason, the way that the delete button was built, when it came to later expansion packs, the button became faulty. So when deleting Sims, it would cause eventual corruption to the game. However, it seems as though this rumour, and I should have known this from the very beginning because I used to do this stuff. I used to delete Sims from the family, but I didn't need that kind of stuff. I should have known this from the get-go because I used to do this, and I feel dumb. But as it so happens, a YouTuber by the name of April Black made a video, a long-winded video. I will leave a link to the video down below if you want to take a look at it in real time. She made a video basically stating for fact that deleting Sims from the family bin is not a way to cause corruption in your game. It is in fact very safe, and as it so happens, the game is actually very robust. Who figured? As it so happens, the way the game is built, and she actually outlays this and proves this with actual facts and figures. I will leave those. I will leave her video down below in the description box. But she goes around it, and I've actually ran these experiments myself as well to see how this works. What you're going to see right here is underneath my face, down here, you will notice that the family bin is completely cleared. This is a completely custom neighbourhood, and I'm going to be creating 2 sets of families, and I'm going to test for sure whether this happens or not, or whether corruption is actually a thing that happens. She does outline that there is still ways to cause corruption in the game. One of the things that could cause corruption, and probably where the whole rumour started, was based on where the game crashed during a save process. Because there have been times, especially YouTubers like Calipers and Tongs, I believe her name is. She had an experience once where she played a game. She went into a household, went out of it. The game somehow crashed before saving. She went back into the neighbourhood, and the household was completely gone. It was disappeared from existence. One thing I didn't actually know about The Sims 2 was apparently this household had actually went into a de facto neighbourhood, or a de facto household in some way. Which is interesting. So, that said, there is still ways to cause corruption in your game. But as it so happens, deleting Sims from your household is not one of those reasons. It's like, there's 99 problems, but deleting Sims from the bin is not one. But for that reason, I have made the point to wipe all your Sims or characters from the neighbourhood, because if you didn't already know, there is actually a cheat I didn't find out about until I watched April's video, called delete all characters, and that's actually how the Sims are referred to in the files, in the game's files. They're referred to as characters. So delete all characters, and this is what happens. I didn't just manually delete them all one by one. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to actually display the neighborhood's character folder on my screen while I do this, because it is actually quite interesting how the game works like this. So I'm going to go to window capture, and I'm going to pop this. Where's my face went? I'm going to put it here. I'll make the window smaller, just to let you see what's happening. So I'm going to be laying this here, and as I said, this video is going to be uncut because I want to make the point right here with this. Essentially, what happens with the game is there's many different ways where what happens to the Sims when they get deleted is either on one side of the coin you had people saying that, you know, deleting characters, it leaves a stub of the character file which could cause problems with the game, could cause corruption, that kind of stuff. On the other end, you've got people saying you should delete the entire character from SimPE or whatever tool there is, if you know, to work with the Sims in the background. Those two things are apparently dangerous, or as it says by the two sides of the camp. But apparently, the game does actually leave a stub of a deleted character in place, just so that a lot of things in the game don't actually break. So it's actually built that way intentionally. But for that reason, I have got my folder right here, the characters folder, and I'm going to start creating some Sims. And this is going to be in real time, so it will be a very long-winded video. Alright. So I'm going to go on to create a family. And you're going to watch in real time what happens to this folder as I create Sims. I'm going to create two sets of families. This is like two couples. I'm going to delete a Sim from one of the couples. I'm going to get them all to be friendly and that kind of stuff, and delete another Sim, and see what happens, where they think about those Sims on top of their head, or whatever happens. Because there's information out there that says that, you know, if you delete a Sim and that kind of thing, a speech bubble appears on top of their head that's all fuzzy and that kind of stuff, and that causes problems. That is basically the symbol that corruption is starting. But apparently, what April Black mentions is that this is actually to do with the game compensating for a completely different thing altogether. This can happen with the random squiggles in the speech bubble. That kind of stuff can apparently occur if you have, say, faulty custom content installed, or something like that, where the Sim's thinking about it. So that being said, let us jump onto this. Enough rambling aside. Alright, I'm going to create a couple of Sims, or Sims families. I'm going to call this one Clover. I don't know why, I'm just going to call it Clover. Jeff Clover. I'm not going to do anything fancy, I'm just going to go boom, 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 build the character with defaults that I've got, and that kind of stuff. So, he likes muscle, why not? I'll make you female, actually. What should I call you? I'll call you Clara. Okay, I just randomized it. I was going to choose a default, but I clicked the wrong button. Anyway, let us. I'm just. She likes muscle too. I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm going to make these two a pair, right? Spouse. Alright, so this is the Clover family. What am I going to call this one now? What am I going to call this one? I name it after a car. I'm going to call it Fiat. I don't know why. Just going to call it Fiat because why not? How do you spell siesta? I just thought of that name in my head. I just can't know how to. I'm going to siesta. Siesta Fiat. Anyways, I'll make you. I'll make you that, and I'll make you that, and this, and that, and that, and that. They all like muscle, apparently. A bit like me, but that's another story. Let's see. Kevin! You can be a Kevin. You know, just to make things up, I'm going to get you to like make up. He likes fatness. They're looking at each other. I don't know if you saw that, but they were looking at each other. Alright, so you can kind of see already how the characters folder has actually developed. There's 4 Sims in there. I'm going to move one of the couples into the neighbourhood and watch what happens when move in. Spouse, sibling, yes, boom. That's some family done. The Fiat family. Oh my god. You can get that one. Watch what happens to this folder the moment I put this family in, because again, this is empty. I've done the little characters cheat. Did you see that? It's populating. Alright, so you can see in the folder already, the folder has very much populated with just over 20 Sims. And that's with 4 people there. Excuse me, and I believe that all those Sims are just like townies and stuff that I've generated, like stuff like the mailman and kind of stuff. But I heard recently that when a neighbourhood's created, at least 3 of every different kind of townie or NPC spawns. So you have like 3 sets of mailmen, firemen, and that kind of stuff. And eventually, over time, this folder actually gets built up with more and more Sims as some randomly generate. Like you'll have like a random townie enter the house, you know, just wandering from side to side, to kind of show that the town is kind of populated and that kind of stuff. So this will populate over time. And yeah, let's just see. I'm going to get them to talk to each other. I'm going to get them to do a lot of stuff, add some memories and stuff. So I'll get them a bed so that they can do all their lovely dovey stuff. There we go. And maybe a couch. Yeah, I've got a lot of custom content installed. So much for me saying in a previous video that I've probably not even uploaded to this channel yet, that I'm not a fan of custom content. I do like custom content, I'm just not a fan of modding. I prefer a more vanilla game. Alright. Alright, let's see how the memories are doing. Where are the memories again? Memories, there we go. Moved in, fell in love. You met Jeff. And they made out, so the memories are populating with stuff, so that's more than good. Let's get both onto the sofas. Let's see, so cuddle. Let's cuddle. This is me just developing memories of both families kind of thing. They did that on their own, I did not do anything. The newspaper came, so hang on. Has I added another sim to this family? That doing that? No, it's still at 20. Was it 20 or 21? I can't remember. Nemataz. We're getting to stop that and Alright, so that should be more than enough memories, alright? Made it with Clara. And again, let's just see the family tree. Where's the family tree again? I forget. Interests, chemistry. Family tree, there we go. Alright, so there we go, there's the pair of them. Now let us leave this neighbourhood and build up the other one. And again, I'm going to be deleting one of the Sims from both families eventually over time. I'm not going to do it from this folder. I'm going to do it from within the game to see what actually happens to it. So for that reason, I'm going to make the point and actually go over there. So the first 4 Sims were the first 4 Sims that I made. Just keep that in mind. So actually from 0 to 3 is the first batch of Sims that I made. So pay attention to that. Alright, so let us make out. We should make out. Peck, let us do the making out thing. Let us flirt. Why not serenade? Gonna check out the memories. Excuse me, pillow fight. I should have probably made the other family woohoo or something, shouldn't I? I'll make this pair woohoo. I'm going to make you relax and make you relax. I'll make you lean in. Woohoo! Let us cuddle. That'd be something I could try for another time. I'll make another experiment some other time. To see, try for a baby. If the pregnancy is successful, I'll delete the father, or I'll delete the father. I don't want to delete the mother because I'll delete the baby with it, and then see what happens from there. But for now, I'm just going to do a make-out session. And possibly I'll boohoo. Daydream scope room. Just watch out though, there's going to be an awkward boohoo session going on. Alright. There we go. Kinky. Alright, so that's more than enough of that very first woohoo with Kevin. Did woohoo with Kevin, so more than enough memories to make with the Sims. Alright. Now what's going to happen is I am going to move Kevin out. I'm going to delete him. Alright. I wonder if this is going to cause a bit of a heartbreak situation with these two. Find on place. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Yeah, that kind of hurt. That kind of broke her heart there. And there's Clara from next door. Alright, let's go to the neighbourhood then. I'm going to delete Kevin. Delete the Fiat family? Yes, sir. Alright, let's see what this did to the folder. I don't know if you noticed this before when I scrolled across, but most of folders should be at least like like 3 digits big in kilobytes. Alright, so that's Kevin. He's now 32 kilobytes. Alright, everyone else is, you know, 3 digits big. You know, it could range from like 100, look down here, 196, and in most cases 568. I wonder who some of the bigger files are. But you can see right here that Kevin I just deleted is a smaller file now. So he's still in the game technically, but he is, as far as the game is concerned, he no longer exists. With that said, let us move back in and see how she's doing. I forgot what I called her. Alright, so let's go into memories first of all. She's still got the memories of Kevin. Had very first woohoo with Kevin. Now a lot of people out there would have you believe that this just comes up as $subject, and that's one of the symbols that means that game is starting to break down. I'm going to get her to daydream again. I should probably... nah, don't worry about it. Relax. Daydream. Okay, so she's thinking of the postwoman, or the male woman. She's thinking of Clara, who's at the door, although they've not met yet. That's one of the neighbours. How do you know the neighbour already? That's a bit weird. Relationships. And as far as the game is still concerned, Kevin still exists. He's still there. He's not disappeared yet. He's not like broke the game or anything, and his face is still there. But if you look into her speech bubble, or look into the memory bubble, she's not thinking of Kevin. She's thinking of, you know, one of the Clovers. There's Clara again. What did I call you again? Siesta. So in the family tree, Kevin's still there, but when it comes to relationships, he is completely gone. Okay, so that's that for that. The Clover household lives here. Alright, let's jump onto the Clover household and get them to meet, if possible, get them to meet Siesta. Let's jump over to that family. Do you want to save your game? Yes, I do. I'm going to get them all to become friends with one another and see if CS will still exist, or one of them will still exist, or to get to know each other. That kind of thing. And see what happens there. Samantha Zhang. Let's see. Yeah, there's now 31 characters. So between two lots, it's already generated another, 5 to 10 characters, as you can see here, right here. And again, I deleted Kevin, didn't I? Why is that at the front door? Siesta, don't let her leave! Alright. Gonna put the fridge here so they can cook. Maybe get to know each other through a little bit of food. Make group meal. Lunch sandwiches, because I do know when they first start cooking, they do burn the house down, so I don't want that to happen. I'll put a dining chair here. Might encourage some talkative stuff going on. Alright. Ask. What do you fear? No, let's not flirt. Let's just have a nice old chitty chatter bang bang. No, let's not be creepy. We want to try and make friends first. Actually, never mind. Let us have these two become friendly to one another. Let's talk, let's chat, let's chat, let's chat, let's talk. Admire you. Prank. No, let's not prank. Let's entertain with a joke. A couple of jokes. Aha, they're already friends. Call to meal. Everyone. Maybe get a telly for them. Why are you in bed? Sit. Oh no, don't eat the... Don't eat the rotten food. Well done. Well, that's her sick. Alright, so let's check out the memories then. Met siesta, made out with Jeff, moved in. Let's see how she's doing. I'm going to wake her up. I'm going to get her to relax and see if she can think about memories of siesta. Daydream. Yeah, siesta appears. And Jeff appears. Alright. And who's this guy? I'm going to get her to go here. I'm going to save the game. Neighborhood. Now keep in mind, this is just like two sets of families. There's probably a chance that if there was much bigger, collection of, a neighborhood kind of thing, that this would probably work. It would probably, cause the game to bugger up. Alright, and moment of truth, I'm going to delete you and you are gone. Alright. So, siesta is gone. Let's see what Mrs. Clover thinks. I forgot what her first name was. Clara. Right. Right, you forget about that. Let us relax in bed. Alright, and let you daydream. Right, so this is some random guy. Another random guy. Him. Let's go back into memories then. Yep, Siestas has disappeared. So you can kind of see it here. Sierra's disappeared. Go into memories. Met Siesta. So it's, in some areas of the game, she's still there. She's not being replaced by some kind of broken squiggly lines or the infamous dollar subject. The game partially don't think she's there, as to not like break any memories and that kind of stuff. But this is just one long experiment. I am planning on doing some other experiments. So if you get any other ideas for stuff you want me to try and do with The Sims, feel free to let me know. But that's going to be it for this video right here, and I do hope to make other episodes in the future. Again though, I do want to try though, and see what happens if I get a Sim family pregnant, delete the father, and see what happens then. Because we know this with Brandy Brooke. When she has a child, the child does not have any of the the DNA of Skip Brooke, the father who died. If you know about the whole Brandy Brooke stuff, you know what I'm talking about. But that's just for one experiment, as I say. And look how much the game generated. That goes on in the background as well. And as you see, that's 2 files. Let's just see actually. Yes. So, what's the other guy's name that I deleted first? Kevin. Kevin is 32 gigabytes, or 32 gigabytes, kilobytes even. And Siesta is only 9. Figures. But the files of The Sims are still retained, but there's enough of it in there to not cause too much damage to the game. If they were to be completely wiped, that may cause problems, and just enough information into the game to just not make it freak out kind of thing. Yeah, it's fair to say that The Sims 2 was built a lot more robust than half of the Sims community are giving the game credit for. And I do want to once again give a major shout out to April Black, yes, for the video in question. And again, I will be making some more experiments in the future. That being said, so I'm not going to hold you any longer, guys. That's going to be it for this video. Until then, though, have a happy new year. If you have any suggestions for future experiments I could try and do with the game, let me know. That being said, again, have a good one. Have a happy new year. Hope all goes well for you in 2023. To anyone watching this, and I'll see you next time in the next video. So, Arrivederci.